Last night it was Washington's capital punishment. Josh Willingham and Ian Desmond home runs in the Nationals' 5-3 win. The Padres' Matt Latos, 3-0 in his past 4 starts, has allowed opposing hitters a stingy .209 average. No confusion, fans. It's clear the Padres need a home holiday win tonight. A beautiful afternoon meets early evening in our wonderful city of San Diego, California. Petco Park is the scene for the middle game of this weekend 3-game series, the Washington Nationals and the San Diego Padres. And good evening, everyone. Dick Enberg with Hall of Famer Tony Gwynn. The Padres came so close last night, frustrating ninth inning as they fell 5-3 to a much improved Washington Nationals team.
No question. I mean, these guys last night, a year ago, they were really struggling. I think Jim Riggleman has come in, kind of settled the ship, and guys are starting to perform. They're over 500 and in the hunt in the NL East.
And we saw that they've got some home run bats in that lineup, so Matt Latos beware. But Latos, at age 22, has become the talk of the National League.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, his 3-0 in his last 4 starts, he's been tremendous. He's been able to locate his fastball. He's getting a whole lot more confidence now with his other pitches, his breaking ball, his changeup, the inside outing of the fastball that we see here against the Seattle Mariners. And when you look at his numbers, for the month of May,
look at that company.
Nobody, I mean, look at the names on this list.
Those are the all-star pitchers.
You can't argue with the fact that he's throwing the ball extremely well. He's pitching with a whole lot of confidence. And this is, to me, this is a big game for the Padres. It's an opportunity, for him to step up and be that guy, because they need a well-pitched game tonight. And this is a game I think personally they need to win. After last night, bases loaded, a run in, 2 runs down, to not come away with the win. This is an important game for Matt Latos.
Well, just 3 weeks ago, May 7th, he was 1-3, pitched at Houston. Remember, 8 innings, just allowed a couple of hits. Then he followed up with almost a perfect game in San Francisco. So Latos is on the rise. Let's see if he can come up with that big game tonight as we check on our pitching matchup for this second game of the series. J.D. Martin, this was his first start of the season, just called up from Syracuse. He is 2-1 down at Syracuse, and Latos numbers 4-3 with an ERA now down near 3.00. And our pitching matchup is brought to you by Papa John's. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Well, Matt Latos earlier in the year seemed fragile, out of rhythm, threw some home run balls, and May came, and he is as good as any right-hander in the league. He's ready to go after the Washington Nationals. Coming up. Well, some pitchers throw heat. Corky's throws heat at termites. Find out about Corky's totally green heat treatment today. Corky's. Well, the Padres start tonight. Their lead atop the National League West down to 1 game over the Dodgers, 2.5 ahead of San Francisco, and Colorado only 3 back. And they hand the ball to young Matt Latos, 6'6" and 225 from Coconut Creek, Florida. And our starting pitcher profile is brought to you by the Mark Condos, luxurious downtown San Diego condos from the 300,000s. Go to themarksandiego.com. That .209 batting average against among starting pitchers in the National League is 9th best. For 3 consecutive wins, and Latos will now take on this long ball hitting Washington lineup.
Yeah, Latos struggled a little bit early in the season, and ERA was over 6, and he's just been tremendous to get it down to where it is now.
A check of the Washington lineup brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. Niger Morgan, Christian Guzman, Ryan Zimmerman, the first 3. Adam Dunn moves into the cleanup spot. Josh Willingham with that big 3-run home run last night hits 5th. Adam Kennedy, the former Angel, at second base. Roger Bernardina. We see him for the first time, the right fielder. Will Nieves, the catcher, and J.D. Martin making his first start of the season. Guzman, 325. That's the best batting average in the National League, 325. With your eyes closed, you get 325. And the first pitch of the game is a called strike to Morgan. Looking very stylish, and San Diego touched with the sunglasses here in the early evening. 0-2.
That's at 5:35 start time. A little bright up there at home plate.
Probably the worst starting time for a hitter, right?
Yeah, shadows will start to creep here. The advantage goes to the pitchers.
95, just inside. Well, Latos has fond memories of his experience previously against Washington. His first major league game came last July in D.C. against these Nationals. Foul tip in and out of the glove of Hundley. You saw plate umpire Tim Tachita looking around to see whether or not Hundley held on. Davidson, Marquez, and Timmons rounds out the men in black. Back with a 1-2. Boy, what a run to that 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Well, he's showing him right away early in the game. He's not afraid to come inside. He, jumped ahead, pumped a couple of fastballs in under Niger Morgan's hands.
And that one through the glove and all the way to the screen, way off the mark. 3-2 now to Morgan.
Another thing, we talked about Morgan wearing the glasses as a hitter. It can be difficult, too, for the catcher and the umpire.
That'll go out of play down the left field side. Just an absolutely perfect night for fans. Maybe a little tough on the hitters at this hour, but a glorious evening. Temperature is warmer. It's going to be even warmer tomorrow. Hope to see you out here. 1 o'clock start. This one might stay in play, slicing toward the box seats, but it'll drift back as Chris Denorfia over there to watch it go in. Washington winning last night above the 500 level, 25-24. They're only 3 games off the lead in the National League East. 3 behind Philly. This one popped up and playable. Shallow and right. In comes Venable. Out goes Eckstein. David Eckstein with the first out of the game. And here's the Padres defensive lineup, brought to you by Tiger Turf. Tiger up your lawn, the world's best-selling synthetic turf. Visit mytigerturf.com today. Headley and Hairston on the left side. Eckstein and Gonzalez, same infield as last night. DeNorfia moves over to left. Tony Gwynn in center to start, and Venable in right. Latos and Hundley behind the plate, the batter. Christian Guzman, 325, the National League's best average. And he takes a strike.
That last fly ball, that little pop up to short right field. This is a ball, really the right fielder should take charge on that ball. Eckstein's doing all he can to get under, and it's a much easier play for Venable. He's got to take control.
Swing and a miss. But typical Eckstein, until he's called off, he's going after it.
He's not going to back off.
He'd have gone to the warning track if it was high enough, and he had to.
And after he caught it, him and Venable had a few words. He's probably telling him, hey, if you can catch that ball, take control of it.
2-strike pitch in the dirt. Last 4 games, Latos allowing a combined batting average of 131. Smothered foul, and it remains at 1-2.
That's the other thing he's done really well here is when he gets ahead. We saw it to the last hitter, Nigel Morgan. He's been able to. He can throw the fastball inside. He can throw the breaking ball that starts on the plate and ends up out of the hitting area.
Strike 3 called, and he knew it. 95 miles an hour right down the heart of the plate.
Much to this one. This one backed up a little bit, but out of river right down the middle of the plate.
Got enough action. He started almost inside and was almost outside when caught by Hundley. He even had to frame it a little bit. Ryan Zimmerman, 1 home run away from the century mark, this young 25-year-old third baseman. Swing and a miss, and looked as if he's going for it on the opening cut. Hitting .295. 8 home runs. Third on the team. Dunn behind him and Willingham hitting 5th. Both have 10.
For the Nationals, this is a nice 3-4-5 punch. You got three hitters, experienced hitters in Zimmerman and Dunn and Willingham.
Grounded sharply at Hundley. Fields it cleanly and throws him out. 1-2-3 the story as Latos retires the Nationals. Venable, Eckstein, and Gonzalez coming up. Get more fruit in your diet with the Hawaiian teriyaki chicken sandwich. J.D. Martin, he's got to have Some adrenaline pumping through his veins as he comes back to the big leagues. There's his numbers at Syracuse, called up as the starter tonight. Greg Olson, left-handed pitcher, is on the DL, and so he's filling his spot in the rotation. Quick worker. And that starting pitcher profile was brought to you by the all-new Cadillac SRX, the Cadillac of crossovers. Will Venable batting .236. 2-1.
Martin's more of a control guy, 87-89 with the fastball. And hitters turns a sinker slider.
2-2 to Venable, who has struck out more than any Padre, 53 times. Big strikeout last night with the bases loaded, 9th inning. And that one low as he followed Matt Stairs, who took a 3-2 strike for the first out. Then Venable swung through a fastball and Eckstein bounced out. Padres scoring only 1 out of 4 consecutive singles and no one out in the 9th. It would have been such a sweet win.
Yeah.
And that's the talk around the cage. That wouldn't have been just one win. That would have been worth a couple, 3.
Yeah. Usually down 3 runs in the 9th.
Out of play.
At the big league level, chances of scoring 3 runs a lot of times are slim, but they bunched together 4 singles, and like you said, they had the bases loaded, nobody out. And we even talk about how you could score runs without having to get base hits.
Venable being a tough man for J.D. Martin, following off some good pitches. 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up.
As we've seen so far, Martin's not going to blow up the radar gun. He's going to be usually in the high 80s.
And another foul, and we've seen that often, haven't we, where that low inside pitch and Venable punishes himself, clipping it off his front foot.
Well, steady diet of fastballs running away, and then decides to change it up a little bit, a little slider down and in, and boy, that goes right off that front foot. And you see how he goes down. And it'll take a second or two to shake that off.
Gonna have to wear those steel-plated construction shoes.
Well, it's a good reminder, though, the swing and strikes. When you're chasing balls and you bang them off your body.
There you go.
That's your reminder.
Swing and a miss. So through all that, J.D. Martin prevails and has a strikeout to start his night. Here's the Padres lineup, brought to you by Alpine Rock and Block. Start your next backyard project with Alpine Rock and Block. Venable, Eckstein, Gonzalez. Headley hits 4th. Hundley behind the plate 5th. Jerry Hairston on his birthday tonight. Jerry, 34 years old. Chris Denorfia, left field. Gwynn in center, and Latos hitting 9th. Ball 1 to Eckstein. Talked with his brother Rick, who is the pitching coach for the Washington Nationals. That must have been sometime at the University of Florida, as the older brother Rick, 2 years older, as a walk-on made the Florida Gator team as a senior, played third base, and David Eckstein, 3-time All-America, was the second baseman. Parents are both educators, family of 5, and David, following his big brother around, wanted to be as good. The natural pattern. Hits this one to left field pretty well, but Willingham is out there to make the catch. 2 out, and the defense for the Nats, brought to you by Tiger Turf. Tiger up your lawn with Tiger Turf. Visit mytigerturf.com tonight. Zimmerman, the Gold Glove there at third. Guzman, Kennedy, and Dunn around the horn. Willingham in left, Morgan in center. Bernardina, the right fielder, and the battery of Martin and Nieves. Adrian Gonzalez struggling at home, under 200, 333. One of the better averages on the road. 333 would be leading the National League. Number 3 in the National League in most walks, 32 of those. Padre leader, home runs 9, and RBIs with that 28.
I'd just like to give him a few more opportunities.
Ground ball right side, but there's the shift. Off, bobbled by Kennedy. The throw, no throw. Adam Kennedy playing shallow right field with a shift on Gonzalez. Unable to come up with the ball, and an error charge to him.
Well, you're right, Dick. He's out in short right field, and even though it looks like a relatively routine play, throw's going to be a little bit longer, and he wanted to try to hurry this. Normally that's a base hit in the right field, but he's out in short right field. He's got a little bit longer throw and is unable to make the play.
Chase Headley batting from the left side. It's Chase Headley bobblehead doll night on this Saturday, so fans with their gift from the Padres. Be nice if that bobblehead would nod up and down and say, you know what, I'm going to come through and deliver big time. Don't hit me.
The night's young.
It's really a nice product. David Eckstein was the first of the bobblehead doll series. There'll be, I think, 5 by the end of the year. Collector's item. Line drive, base hit. All right, that bobbled into left center field in a hurry, and the Padres may have something going with 2 outs here in the first inning.
Nice
Part
hit.
of the problem, Tony, in this run of offense that has been frustrating is that coming into the game tonight, Gonzalez 4 for 25, Headley 2 for 18. There's your 3 and 4 hitters in the last 6 games, batting only 140.
Well, everybody's trying to get their offense going on this team right now, and you got some guys who are pressing a little bit, trying to do too much, but that's a good sign, taking that ball and going back up the middle with it, going the other way with it. Headley did a nice job of taking what the pitcher gave him and putting it into play.
Nick Hundley takes it outside, ball 1. Hundley an even 250 average. Chance to give San Diego the early lead here with 2 on, 2 out. And now has a 2-0 pitch to look at.
The thing I'd like to remind people is that, the Padres are in first place. Even though they're not hitting and not scoring runs, they're still in first place. And so, the pressure is on, no question, to turn it around offensively. But
that one fouled down the right field side and sailing into the sunny section down there in the right field corner. Yeah, that's a pretty good comeback, isn't it? When you get somebody kind of complain, what's wrong? What's wrong? I said, wait a minute. How about first place? Is that wrong?
Yeah. And, the bottom line is they're winning ball games, and they've found ways to win. And, it hasn't been pretty. We all like to see runs put on the board. We all like to see the ball, banged around the ballpark a little bit. But, at the end of the day, did you get a W or did you get an N?
That one right back to us. All right, Tony. Oh, just a little bit too high. You were going to go
ready.
for it.
I was ready. I
Yeah.
was going to protect us.
Yeah, I was going to get right behind you. And if you bobble it, I was going to cradle the souvenir. 2-2 with 2 outs and 2 on here in the bottom of the first inning. J.D. Martin, a 27-year-old from the San Fernando Valley. Curveball swung on. That ball's hit well. Deep, deep. And Hundley will touch them all. Number 3 for catcher Nick Hundley. And the Padres jump in front 3-0.
Hundley got a hanging breaking ball. 2-2 count. You see that breaking ball hang up for him to put a really good swing on, and it was more a matter if it was going to get out of the ballpark. It was going to be a base hit.
Made it to the second row. So just as Josh Willingham got 3 for Washington on one swing last night, a 3-run home run for Hundley to open the action here on this Saturday night.
Padres take advantage of the error by Kennedy and turn it into 3 runs.
And those will all be unearned. This pitch is swung on by Jerry Hairston. High fly to shallow center, and Morgan takes care of it, but the damage done. Padres get 3 on 2 hits and error, leave none after 1. 3-0 San Diego. Baseball. Seattle Mariners will be here Saturday, June 12, 5:35 game. Let's see, that's what, 2 weeks from now. The first 25,000 fans will take home a great Padres soccer-style scarf. It's a terrific item. In fact, Mark Grant has already taken mine. Presented by Sequan Casino. Visit Padres.com. Get your tickets today. That's 2 weeks from today, Saturday, June 12th. Adam Dunn, a .261 hitter. One of the leaders in the National League in extra base hits. In fact, he's tied for second with Kelly Johnson of Arizona with 26 extra base knocks, 10 of them home runs. Jason Worth leads the league. Mm. 2-1. We were telling you last night about Dunn's high school football career, a Texas State All-Star, and then went to the University of Texas. Line for a base hit into the right field corner. Fast fielding by Venable will hold Dunn to a single. He was playing him around to pull. Sharp single, Adam Dunn.
That's a nice job by Will Venable. You're right. They were playing him to pull, but he still got to the corner quick before it could rattle around down there. Hold Dunn to a single. Looks like a changeup. He's out in front, hooks it into the corner. You see Venable get over there before it starts to bounce around off that wall and get it back in.
So the first hit for the Nationals. Josh Willingham steps in, one of the stars last night with that 3-run homer. Leads the team in RBIs with 34. Leads in runs scored, walks. In fact, 35 walks. Most in the National League. More than Pujols and more than Gonzalez. Infield double play depth. 2-0.
So you see Willingham's got a good eye, very patient. Saw him aggressive last night, swinging at the first pitch and homered to center field.
Number 1 in the league in on-base percentage, .437. Those walks plus his hits. Tough to keep him off the bases. And he's now worked the count to 3-0 with no one out and done it first.
Well, that's a good sign if you're a National fan. I mean, you know, 2-0, most hitters want to be super aggressive there. Latos tried to nip off the outside corner and he wasn't biting.
It's the target. 3-1.
Experience. Been around the league a little bit. You know, broke in with the Marlins and now playing left field for the Nationals in the middle of a pretty good lineup. Going to get opportunities to drive in runs.
And it's wide with a breaking ball, and the first 2 men on here in the Washington second. Brings the tying run to the plate. Adam Kennedy. Darren Balsley, the pitching coach, and Bud Black, the manager, looking on. Kennedy, chance to make amends for the error that opened the gates for the Padres to score 3 in the bottom of the first. Adam now 34. The Angels and the World Series champions 8 years ago. Double play combination with Eckstein. Just such an easy motion, fluid the way the ball jumps out of his hand.
Well, you can say that really for a lot of the Padres starters. The ball just comes out of their hand. Nice Richard is like that. I think Correa is like that. Say that with Heath Bell and Adams. And great arms on this Padres staff, but you know, what they're learning to do, especially for the starters, is they're learning how to pitch. Latos isn't just slinging fastballs up there. He's pretty polished in all the things that he's doing there.
Ball and a strike. In this stretch of outstanding games pitched by Latos, it's not only the low number of hits and runs. He hasn't walked many.
Yeah. He's thrown strike 1 during this run a lot.
Ground ball up the middle. Eckstein can't get it. It's into center field. Dunn is going to come in to score, and on to third goes Willingham. And here come the Nationals. 3-1 the score as the first three men reach base here in the second inning. And runners at the corner with no one out.
Eckstein was able to get a glove on it, but couldn't come up with it. Kennedy takes this ball right back up the middle, and you see David lay out, and it goes off his glove into center field.
So close. But the fact that slowed the ball down allowed the slow running Adam Dunn, who might have been checked at third, to come around and score. So first and third, Adam Kennedy making amends for the error in the first inning, driving in his 15th run of the year. Here's Roger Bernardina. He goes around, strike one. Hitting .253. Product of the islands in the Mediterranean. His move to The Hague in the Netherlands. Grew up on Netherlands, Curacao. Slider in for a strike. Well, this is the time where Latos would like to come up with that strikeout pitch. Hope he can induce a double play behind it and get out of the jam. Strike three call. Fastball caught. Bernardina locked. Second strikeout for Latos. First and third with one out.
You talked about it earlier, Dick. Look at the movement on that fastball. That left-hand hitter, that ball starts out on the inside off the plate, and it's running hard. And second time we've seen left-hand hitters kind of back out, and that ball comes right back over the heart of the plate.
Well, Latos this year, interestingly, he's allowed .202 average to lefties, .222 for the right-handed batters. Will Nieves hitting .212. Infield will give up the run. They're back looking for a double play. When's the last time you saw that play work?
I knew you were going to say that. Remember, I'm a college coach. You see that all the time in the college level. Unfortunately, I saw it work against us.
Ball one to the Washington catcher.
Big at bat here. You'd love to try to induce that ground ball and possibly get the double play. You've got the 8 spot hitting, the 9 spot pitcher on deck.
That's Kennedy with the RBI single at first base. Willingham over at third. One out and 1-0 the count. There goes the runner, bounced up the middle, so they'll stay out of the double play, and the run scores. Fans were cheering. They thought Eckstein might have been able to tag Kennedy. He had passed him, and so it's an RBI ground out by Nieves. His 6th RBI of the year, and that 3-0 lead is melted in a hurry.
Well, he got the ground ball, just wasn't hit hard enough to get to. Eckstein tried to come up and make the tag, but Kennedy, the base runner, already got by him. But you get the out. Try to limit the damage to 2.
And Martin now with a chance to help himself. The tying run out at second base. His career average 4 for 25, so you can put the barrel on the bat on the ball on occasion. Swing and a miss. 2 strikes the count. So a single by Dunn, a walk to Willingham, RBI single up the middle from Kennedy, make it 3-1 after striking out Bernardina. The ground out by Nieves brings in the second run. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The third strikeout for Latos, but He gives up 2 runs on 2 hits, 1 left. It's 3-2 San Diego. And the Nationals, it's Padres floppy hats for kids presented by U.S. Bank. Get your tickets tonight or tomorrow, Padres.com. Game time 1:05. The first 10,000 kids 14 and younger get the floppy hat. San Diego style. Giveaway. Bobblehead night, the floppy hats, and then on Monday, Memorial Day, the big fireworks show.
Yeah.
And that's a 7:05 start with the New York Mets. Boy, you look at Tony Gwynn, the next 4 pitchers that are scheduled to face the Padres, their ERAs: Hernandez 2.08, Takahashi 2.13, Pelfrey 2.54, and then an easy one, Santana 3.08.
Yeah.
How about that?
Livan Hernandez for the Nationals is pitching really good for them. Pelfrey 7-1 for the Mets on Monday, and then on Tuesday, and then Santana on Wednesday. So it's not going to get easier.
DeNorfia had a couple of hits last night. Lines this one at the right fielder, and Roger Bernardina had to use his body to shield away from the sun. That's the tough sun field right now.
Nice approach there by DeNorfia. Just backed that ball up nicely, took it the other way.
Tony Gwynn, 174, a home run and 8 RBIs. First pitch in there for a strike.
Like a lot of the Padres, they were out early today taking batting practice, trying to get their feel back.
Did you go down there during batting practice?
Well, I did. I was hiding behind the corner watching guys. Blanks was hitting, and Hairston.
A ball and 2 strikes. Colorado, an early lead on the Dodgers, 3-0 in the third. Arizona, San Francisco just starting. Off speed breaking ball, dips low, 2-2.
Talked about Martin's not going to be overpowering. Going to cut the fastball, sink it.
Loop back.
I say that sounded like a cracked bat right there.
Another to the collection. This young right-hander, like so many these days, a product of Tommy John surgery, 2005-2006, coming back to be a big league pitcher. Family of ball players, his dad John and a brother Kevin, both pitched several years in the minor leagues. Neither made it to the big time. That ball hit well. Gap in right center field. Morgan can't get it. It's all the way to the wall. This could be a triple. Gwynn is racing around second. Here comes the relay. Gwynn into third with a triple. And the speedy Morgan couldn't track that one down as Tony Gwynn got all of it, lacing that triple into the gap. And with one out, that's the perfect play, a triple that positions him in a spot where he could score in an out.
He stayed back on this ball nicely, a little breaking ball, and he hits it to where nobody is in the right center field gap. And as that ball gets to the wall, there was no doubt he was going to go for three.
They were shading him in left center, so that opened up the alley in right center. Infield draws in as Latos, not a bad hitting pitcher, a chance to help himself. Takes a strike. Matt is 4 for 15 and a couple of RBIs. He has 2 doubles this year.
Well, even though the infield is in here, if he chops a ball in the air, even if it is on the ground, they might try to score him here. I think really good base runner, anything with some hang time to it on the infield, they might try to score him here.
Morgan in right center, very shallow. He didn't go. 2-1.
With a man on third, Martin's not just going to lay one in there. He's going to have to pitch, and he's trying to Latos that slider away, and so far Latos is not biting.
Line drive caught by the pitcher. Oh my, bad luck for Latos. He hit that hard. What reactions by Martin. So in the inning, a line out by Denorfia to right, a triple Gwynn to right center, and a line out to the pitcher. 3 balls struck well and only 1 hit. That was a self-defense stab.
He got in a good position, though. You see him stick that glove up, and the ball goes right in it. And the awareness to look to third right away, too.
Venable. He struck out his first at bat. He thought he had an RBI, didn't he? Another strike to Venable.
He's like, he didn't catch that ball. The ball caught him. It was self-defense, and boom, it goes right in his glove. Oh, I hit that ball so hard, so hard.
A ball and a 2-strike count to Venable.
Martin.
Even in slow motion. Man. Get your head out of the way and throw up the leather. Foul tip into the glove of Nieves, and Venable is struck out again twice tonight. So 1-out triple wasted by the Padres. It remains 3-2. On Monday, the Padres will honor the military with a special USS Midway tribute. Stay after the game. Spectacular fireworks show presented by Neutralite, exclusively from Amway Global. Get your tickets. Padres.com today. Mets and the Padres, Memorial Day Monday. That's a 7:05 start. Leadoff man Niger Morgan, then Guzman and Zimmerman for the Nationals here in the third. The Padres leading 3-2. Did not go around, says third base umpire Tim Timmons. He loves to bunt. In fact, he has bunted as many times as anyone in the National League. Popped to second his first time up. 2-1. Bunted foul. Almost ran into that pitch.
That's an interesting technique right there, too, because he's showing, Headley's playing in, and he's showing the bunt late. And you're right, this one he almost runs into, but see him show that technique. Already headed out of the box.
Broken bat. Easy roller to Eckstein. He has to hurry his throw. Morgan flying up the line. One away. Did you, after you were established as one of the top hitters in the league, how often would you try to lay down a bunt?
Every blue moon, really. When I first broke in, I was a lot like Niger Morgan, like my son out there. We try to incorporate, dropping a bunt every now and then, but after a while, you start to get confident that you can swing the bat, and I really didn't bunt very much after year 3 or year 4.
Just the sound of the ball coming off your bat is so much more satisfying.
Yeah. Well, it's, especially when you're struggling. It's almost like you almost feel like you're wasting in that bat when you don't get a base hit bunting. And so a lot of guys with speed kind of want to figure out their swing first before they get back to start bunting. But Morgan, Anthony, they're really good at.
Strike 2, 1-2 to Guzman. He struck out his first at bat.
And both of those guys, they should incorporate bunting in their game. We saw Morgan a couple of times already tonight. At least show it.
Swing and a miss. He goes down again. National League's leading hitter has struck out twice. 4 now in the game for Latos.
Last time got him with the inside out fastball. This time's a breaking ball out of the zone. Guzman over to the top of that.
Brings up Ryan Zimmerman. Grounded to Headley. Back in the first. 3-2. Padres on a 3-run home run by Nick Hundley. Washington answered. Singles by Dunn. A walk. Willingham Kennedy an RBI single and a ground out by Nieves. So they produced 2 runs and just 2 singles. An easy 94.
Easy.
He is fluid.
Took a lot off of that last pitch. And that's where the game has changed. There's more guys like Latos, 6'4", 6'5", fastball in the mid-90s. See, not a whole lot of effort when they pitch.
3-1 now to Zimmerman. He's 2 for 3 lifetime against Latos with a home run. And he walks with 2 outs, and that brings up Adam Dunn. Second walk. The first one cost Latos. That was Willingham, came around to score.
Again, there was Zimmerman. It just looked like he was not going to give him, that fastball middle end. He was going to try to nip the outside corner, and if he couldn't get it.
Not quite as sharp with a slider tonight.
Yeah, and that's, again, there are going to be nights where you go out there and you don't have your best stuff. Then you're going to have to pitch.
Don rifled a single into the right field corner first time up. Back-to-back Dunn and Willingham. Slugging percentage is well over 500. He's at 552 slugging percentage, and Willingham is 551. Those are big time numbers. He went around. No, says third base umpire Tim Timmons.
Wow.
Maybe we can get a side angle of that.
I don't know if Mud was here. He just said if he'd have made contact, it'd have been double.
Ball in the strike. Chop to first. Thank you very much, says Adrian Gonzalez. Effortless third out. No runs. Man left. Wonderful evening, happy hour, 7 days a week. And by Irving Hughes, life is a lease, so negotiate well. Nearing the end of this beautiful day, David Eckstein leads off for the Padres bottom of the third inning with Gonzalez and Headley to follow, a 3-2 game. Eckstein flew to fairly deep left his first time up. Ground ball toward the hole. Backhanded by Guzman. The long throw, and he gets him. Wow. Terrific play by the shortstop, Christian Guzman. Played second base last night, moves to short, and makes a solid play.
You see him get to this ball quickly, and all in one motion makes a strong throw to first base to get Eckstein.
Well, that's the part of the game that, for me, has changed drastically since I first started the late 60s and early 70s. That no shortstop, they had to stop, brace, and get all they had to get it over there. Now they're throwing at every position imaginable and still getting strong throws away.
Yeah, and the accuracy is what's really amazing. Yeah, you guys still have arm strength.
That ball hit well to center, but Morgan in the deep part of the yard and makes the catch at the edge of the warning path. Gonzalez was safe on the air by Kennedy his first time up and scored behind Hundley's home run.
Looked like that ball just got in on Adrian. He wasn't able to get his arms fully extended.
2 outs to chase Headley. Lined a single to left center and scored on Hundley's home run. breaking out of a 2 for 18 string. That ball hit well to left field, curling away from Willingham, and he makes the catch right at the edge of the track. So a couple of long outs by the Padres in the third. Well, the park in the park, $5, and what a seat, what a picnic. .105 U.S. Navy Appreciation Day presented by USAA. Support our military. Save 20% on your tickets to the game as well. Plus a portion of ticket sales will benefit the Fisher House. Visit Padres.com/promo. Enter the promo code Fisher, F-I-S-H-E-R. That classic statue, the old black and white photograph. Sailors coming home. Top of the fourth inning, 3-2 San Diego. It'll be Willingham, Kennedy, and Bernardino for Washington. Story goes that the photograph was not of a wife. It was just a Navy fan happy that the boys, the troops, were home.
Really?
Two and one. Deserving embrace. Man in uniform. Good rip. 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
Henry wanted that ball in a little bit more. He's got that over the heart of the plate and elevated. Willingham took a pretty good swing.
Hit .260 last year with Washington with 24 home runs. This one hit high in the air on the infield. All four infielders converge. It's Gonzalez with the biggest glove. Not necessarily the loudest voice. Adrian quiet in his ways. Speaks with the bat and the glove. One away. Dangerous Willingham popping up, and Adam Kennedy single to center off Eckstein's glove to drive in a run in the second inning. Strike one. Did you change gloves every year, or did you keep one year after year?
Every year. I changed every year. I used to get one in spring training, break it in, and try to use it all year long. But as an outfielder, you can afford to do that. As an infielder, I mean, Gary Templeton's glove, he had that for like 8 years. And I'm sure some of these guys have had their gloves for a while, repatched them, restitched them.
That leather seeing so much activity, you know, it was down to a tender stage. You just put a little maple syrup on it and have it for breakfast. That looks fairly new. On the inside edge. Count 2-2 on Adam Kennedy.
That's one of the questions I'm going to ask the catchers tomorrow is how long do their gloves last?
Swing and a miss. And changeup. Had Kennedy out in front for the 5th strikeout today. Latos. Boy, you look at the old gloves and it was just no more than just a winter glove with some strings between the thumb and the forefinger. Look at the size now.
Guys throwing 95, 97 miles an hour. BP, bullpen sessions, games, spring training. How long do those things last?
Left-handed hitting Bernardino took strike 3 his first time up. In the old days, they didn't have that much love there. They used to stuff anything they could, a sock or anything in there to give a little more buffer. That ball lined over the shortstop's head into the gap in left center, and Bernardino can run very well. Finally cut off at the warning path by Gwynn. Bernardino skids around second and will hold there with a 2-out double. Well, the tying run with 2 outs at second here in the 4th for Washington.
Bernardino took a pitch up in the zone and went right with it. He tried to pull that ball. He lines it into left center field.
Mel Lott, lift that leg in stride.
Drew did a nice job cutting that ball off and keeping him at second.
The catcher Nieves with an RBI ground out to second. He's not going to get a chance to swing the bat as they'll intentionally walk him with the pitcher Martin due next. This will be the 3rd walk from Latos this afternoon. So a 3-2 game, top of the 4th, and the Nationals trying to stir up some trouble. 2-out double Bernardino and the walk to Nieves. See what Martin does. Tomorrow, John Garland with 6 straight wins, 6-2. Garland against Livan Hernandez, 4-3 with a 2.08 ERA. Garland's ERA right in the same area code, 2.10. Ball 1. They're in the top 10 ERA in the league, so that'll be quite a matchup for you tomorrow at 105. Off the head of the bat. Bernardino with 2 outs, the tying run at second. Nieves at first. Swing and a miss.
Good breaking ball there by Latos. Not giving in. He's not going to give in and throw him a fastball to hard to plate. Just fouled one off the pitch before it was up. He's back with a real good breaking ball, and I would think he would come back with that.
Strike 3 call. 6 strikeouts now for Latos. No runs, a double, and 2 left. It's 3-2 Padres. Brought to you by Irving Hughes. Life is a lease. Negotiate well. J.D. Martin, his first start of the season, called up from Syracuse. He's allowed some balls to be hit hard, including a 3-run home run by Nick Hundley. But since the Hundley home run, all the hard hit drives have been caught except for Tony Gwynn's triple. Here is Nick Hundley, caught a hanging curveball and laced it into the lower deck. Second row in the first inning with Gonzalez and Headley aboard. And Hundley leads off the 4th inning. It was his 3rd home run of the season. 18 RBIs now for the catcher. Good production from Hundley and Torrealba offensively.
I don't think he got any complaints offensively.
That one is hit hard, deep to left center field. Morgan racing to the warning path, leaping, and it's off the wall. Hundley's around second, and he's into third with a stand-up triple. Just missed a back-to-back home runs. That ball was hit harder than the home run, but a longer part of the yard.
Yeah, deeper part of the yard. And Nigel Morgan gave it a nice effort, but again, fastball in. See, Nigel Morgan tried to get back there, and it looked like he just wasn't quite sure where he was on the field. He goes up and makes a good effort after it, and I think he feels like he should have caught it. But the Padres will take the triple and another opportunity to put another run on the board.
Couple of triples today, Gwynn and Hundley with a triple and a home run as Hairston is up, and he pops this one right field. Bernardino, pretty shallow. He's going to try to score. No, he goes back, and a good thing. That ball was on line. Oh, Hairston unable to get the run in with an out. Brings up Chris Denorfia. He lined to right his first time up. And a 1-out triple by Gwynn in the second, and he was stranded. Line out Latos and a strikeout Venable. Now opening triple for Hundley in the 4th. Soft fly by Hairston. See if Denorfia can get the runner in.
You got a man on third and nobody out. Martin's the one in trouble, not the hitter. You know, that first pitch should be something that you can handle. I don't really think that last pitch was a strike.
Infield tight, hitter's delight for Denorfia. Chop, and here's a contact play. Zimmerman can't go to the plate. Almost threw it away, and the tag made by Dunn at first as Denorfia gets the run in. 4-2 the score.
Well, Padres playing, going on contact. Denorfia bounced that sinker right into the ground. And really heads up play by Zimmerman too. He came in, realized he had no play at the plate. A little changeup. He realizes he doesn't have the play at the plate, goes to first. Dunn with a nice bit of work around the bag to put the tag on. But the Padres get the run.
Denorfia with his 3rd RBI in the 2 games of this series. That brings a smile to the young guy's expression. And Gwynn steps in, tripled his first time up.
Again, though, you got man on third, nobody out. Harrison swings at the first pitch. Denorfia swings at the first pitch. Neither one hits it hard. And the objective there is, you have the pitcher in trouble. He's not going to usually just give you something good to hit early in the count. A little patience there might help the hitters out a little bit.
So Hundley key to the 4-2 lead, a 3-run homer and a triple and scored. 2 runs scored, 3 driven in. 2-1 the pitch. That one hit the left center field and slicing away from Morgan. He races into the gap, and it's the left fielder, Willingham, who ducks in front and makes the catch. That had those 2 outfielders on a collision course. So the out made by Willingham in left, a run on just the 1 hit. No one left. 4-2 the score. The mid-game recap, otherwise known as the Nick Hundley Show, is brought to you by Murray Lampert Construction. Quality and value at an affordable price. Call Murray Lampert Construction at 619-285-9222. Improving San Diego homes since 1975. Morgan, the leadoff man, with the leadoff here in the 5th inning. 4-2 the Padres. Morgan has kept Eckstein busy with a pop-up and a ground out.
Padres have done a nice job in the first 2 games, keeping Morgan off the bases.
2-1. Well, Morgan, with that game effort, racing into left center field all the way to the subway sign, almost got to this ball. In fact, he knew he was going to get his body slammed by the subway sign, and the ball went right through the glove. And it's remindful of a play, I think it was up in San Francisco, where here it is, where he thought the ball had gone out of the ballpark. No, it was Baltimore. He thought, he goes up, he thinks the ball is over the fence. He throws his glove down. And the Oriole batsman goes all the way around to score. So he got the home run anyway. Adam Jones, the recipient of the play by Morgan.
Well, center fielders, they spend a lot of time chasing down balls. And it went off his glove.
That one loop foul. Count remains full.
Yeah, just like the ball Hundley hit, he ran a long way to try to make a play on that ball. And that's the deepest part of the ballpark. And a lot of times you get a glove on it, you feel like you're supposed to catch it.
3-2. That one line to left. DeNorfia had a beat on it. One away. Position just right. Christian Guzman up twice, struck out twice. Was 1 for 4 an infield hit last night. His average down to 321. Unless he comes up with a base hit, will relinquish the National League lead in batting. Not quite in the strike zone with that breaking ball. Latos has thrown a lot of pitches, already 82. One out in the 5th. Oh, went digging after that bouncer.
Guzman, I don't think, is really picking up the ball real good off Latos. Struck out looking on a fastball, chased a breaking ball his second time up. And this ball nowhere close to the plate. It looked like he was trying to hit it on the bounce.
Back to Latos and by his glove into center field. Now he comes right back to deliver that base hit.
And then you say that, and he delivers, right? Ground ball up the middle. Shorter stroke. After swinging a breaking ball, that ball's running off the plate. He takes it right back up the middle. Shorten his stroke.
Using the power of the pitcher, just getting the bat out there. One out. 4-2 to Zimmerman, and then done. So the home run bats start to parade to the plate now for the Washington Nationals. It's grounded to third and walked. Punches it to first. Gonzalez gets one there. Back to first. Double play of the hard way. 3-6-3. Well done. That takes us to the halfway mark in this one. 4.5 innings in the book. With the score, the Padres 4, the Nationals 2. Baseball Stories brought to you by Farmers Insurance. To find a Farmers agent, call 800-FARMERS or visit farmers.com because ready feels good. May 27th, 1997, a fellow named Tony Gwynn got a couple of hits in 4 at-bats to raise his average to .404. Padres lost to the Astros that day. .404. Ted Williams in 1941, the last 400 hitter in the American League, and you have to go back to 1930. Bill Terry of the Giants, the last 400 hitter in the senior circuit. Full approval from the man himself. That is a great likeness of Tony Gwynn. Swing and a miss. Matt Latos, the pitcher, opening the 5th inning. He hit it sharply the first time, right back at the pitcher Martin. Snared the bullet. He's a good athlete, Latos.
He looks the part. Well, not only you see him smiling, not only can he pitch, but he wants to swing the bat well.
Pulls that one foul.
He's one of the pitchers that takes a lot of batting practice. And when he's taking batting practice, there's a purpose to what he's doing. He's not just trying to see how many home runs he could hit.
Broken bat pop up on the infield. Guzman from shortstop makes the play. 1 out. Top of the order, and Will Venable. Meanwhile, the other National League West action, the Giants in the second have a 2-0 lead against Arizona. And Colorado has bolstered their lead to 5-0 in the 5th inning in Denver over the Dodgers. Boy, they had a wild one. Was that at Yankee Stadium today? Yankees led 10-4 and lost 13-11 to Cleveland. Venable trying to put one in play. He has struck out for the 54th and 55th time on the season.
See Martin not coming inside on Venable. He's keeping that ball away. The one pitch he came in on was a slider, and Venable fouled it off his foot, but he's keeping the ball away.
Strike 3 called 3 times in a row. Venable strikes out. That pinches the order when your leadoff man can't put the ball in play. And that's been a problem for the Padres all season long. Whether it's Cabrera hitting first or Gwynn first or now Venable. J.D. Martin has struck out only 3 men. All 3 times it's been Venable.
Really, after the 3-run homer in the first, he's settled in and he's making his stuff work.
Eckstein takes it outside. Fly to left. Good play made deep in the hole by shortstop Guzman to throw him out. Just a Cinderella story, Eckstein. Somebody that's not big, not fast, incredibly smart, and so competitive, ambitious. He just made himself a ball player. 3-1.
He realizes the things that he can do. Takes a cookie.
Lines this one foul. Got a lot of that one way down in the corner.
I think you touched on it. I just like the way he competes. He's going to compete. He's not going to roll over. He's going to make you beat him.
Fouled away. His older brother, 2 years older. There he is. He's the hitting coach for the Nationals, Rick. Very proud of David. He said we used to hit fungos to each other in the backyard from when I was 10, he was 8. He said I was inspired by my younger brother. It wasn't the other way around. Line drive right center field. Morgan on his horse, and he will get there in time to make a solid catch. He can cover some ground up there, Niger Morgan. So Eckstein denied a base hit. 1-2-3 the story for the Padres in the 5th. And the first pitch to Adam Dunn is a strike. Dunn a single and scored in the second and grounded to first. Swing and a miss. Took something off that one. We were mentioning his talent as a high school quarterback. Then he matriculated at the University of Texas and ran into some pretty tough competition there. Major Applewhite and Chris Sims were the quarterback. Swung on and missed. Went after a bad ball. And Latos has run his strikeout count to 7. Well, the cold hard blast. Well, it's brought to you by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. And last night, Josh Willingham with 2 men on, straightaway center field. What a blast. Well over 400 feet. And that led to the 5-3 victory for the Nationals. That one spins in there at 77 for a strike. He has walked and scored and popped to first.
Well, looks like Latos is getting a feel for that breaking ball now. He's starting to throw it a little bit more often. Throw it for strikes.
Swing and a miss. Change up. 0-2.
Good change up following the breaking ball.
Luke Gregerson tuning up in the Padres bullpen. 90 pitches thrown by Latos. Who wastes that fastball away. 1-2. Strike 3 called. Willingham started to go for it, checked the swing, and he saw that ball nibble the outside edge. 8 strikeouts now for Latos.
Oh, good. Came back with a good changeup here. Watch Nick Hundley. Oh, first place second thought it. Those 3 outs.
Just kidding.
Good changeup there on the outside corner to Willingham.
Hundley, he's having such a great day hitting. He's going to be up in the bottom half of the inning. He wants to go in there and get a bat.
Exactly.
Triple and a home run today. Strike 1. Adam Kennedy, RBI single, and he struck out. Oh, Hundley's going to hear it down the dugout. High fly, center field. That hit pretty well by Kennedy. Went all the way to the warning path to make the catch. 1-2-3 inning for Latos. Maybe his last of the game. 6. Yeah, now the third out. 6 innings in the book. 4-2. Four to 2. Each team with 4 hits. Matt Latos. We'll see whether or not he'll come back out in the 7th inning. Hasn't put on any jackets or any of the gear as yet. But we're down to the gab part of the late innings with Gregerson, Adams, and Bell. They're ready to pitch, and that's been the pattern throughout the season. 7, 8, and 9. Gonzalez 1-1. Safe on an error and scored in the first. Long out to center field. 0 for 2 today. 2-1. J.D. Martin, that was his 77th pitch. So he's given his club a good outing. That one hit hard, but way foul to the left.
He really has. He made one mistake. Really, he's made two mistakes.
Same guy.
Same guy, Nick Hundley. One was a 3-run homer, and the other was a triple. He originally scored on a ground ball.
Swing and a miss. Got him with a slider in on his hands. That's the 4th strikeout for Martin. Well, time now for a comparison brought to you by the San Diego County Toyota dealers. There's the Nationals record entering May 29th, this being May 29th. The record this year, 11 games better than last year. They didn't win their 25th game last year until July 5th, 5 weeks ahead. Much improved ball club. Chase Headley, single and scored and fly to left. Jim Riggleman, terrific guy, former Padres skipper, coach. 1-1.
Job he's done with this team. Reshaped it. A little bit of discipline, a little bit of focus, getting guys to concentrate and prepare.
Now you played for him. You played for Dick Williams.
Yep.
You played for Jerry Coleman.
No, I didn't.
Didn't play for Jerry.
He was before me.
Strike. 2-2. Andrew Bochy.
Yeah, he's a player's manager. Boch, Jim Riggleman, same kind of guys. Let you play your game. Demand that you work hard, prepare. You try to be professional, and I think that's what he's brought to the Nationals. You saw that record, 14-33. And when he got the job as interim guy, he was not afraid to make a practice, come to the park early. And they've responded. And now, you got Strasburg on the way, Storn. They got the first pick in the draft. The Nationals heading in the right direction.
Strike 3 called. Headley on his way to first base on that 3-2 pitch. As Martin has struck out Gonzalez and Headley here in the 6th inning, and now a total of 5 for the right-hander from Burbank, California. An artist doing a nice sketch there of Nick Hundley behind the plate. He's been solid, and his work with the bat has been outstanding. A 3-run home run and a triple and scored. Been in the midst of all 4 Padre runs today. And he hits this one well to center field. Morgan going back. Boy, he hit that hard all the way to the warning track. Hundley, what did he have for breakfast? Order up a bunch of that for the whole team tomorrow. 1, 2, 3. It remains 4-2 after 6. like a fortune, but they're just $5. So many favorites like blazing buffalo chicken, $5 all day, every day. Subway, eat fresh. Gregerson, his 23rd appearance of the season, and he has been the setup man with 13 holds for the 13 saves made by Heath Bell. Look at that batting average against, only 120.
All of that really looks good. Only 10 hits, only 2 walks, 28 punch outs.
Well, we have time. Disappointing news today from Cary, North Carolina, as Dan O'Brien's University of California San Diego Toreros, Tritons, UCSD Tritons lost to the Screaming Eagles of Southern Indiana, 6-4 in the NCAA Division II championship game. They out-hit Southern Indiana 11-7. They had 6 or 7 balls hit right on the nose that went for outs. It wasn't to be, and Southern Indiana is the national champion, 6-4 over UCSD. Trying to bunt his way on is Bernardino, and congratulations to the USD Toreros for the 3rd straight year. They're the WCC Championship Commissioner's Cup, the all sports award that goes to the top performing school in all sports. 3 straight years USD winning that honor. How blessed we are with the programs here. And Point Loma, they're in the NAIA. They won handily in the first round.
Congratulations to all of them.
Your Aztecs scored a lot of runs. You just couldn't get anybody out.
Couldn't stop them.
Gregerson goes 2-1 on Bernardino with the catcher Nieves, and then the pitcher spot. Undoubtedly, Jim Riggleman will go to a pinch hitter. Bunted out in front of the plate, called foul. Hundley tried to get out there and grab it in fair territory. So Latos goes 6 innings, 2 runs, 4 hits, 3 walks and 8 strikeouts. That qualifies as a quality start. The definition being you go 6 innings or more, allow 3 runs or less. So that'll be the 7th quality start for Latos to lead the team.
Yeah, 6th in a row. He came into this with 5 quality starts in a row. And he's done his job. He's put his team in position.
2-2 pitch. Slider down low, so a full count to the leadoff man Bernardino here in the 7th. All-star ballot, good. I mean, next time isn't in the top 5, and Gonzalez getting a vote from this fan. Swing and a miss. Made Bernardino look out of sorts with that slider.
Gregerson was not going to give in. Bernardino hadn't really bid on that slider, but 3-2, that's his best pitch, and he's going with it. You see Bernardino out in front of it.
Here's Nieves, ground ball out to second that knocked in a run in the 2-run inning. Washington back in the 2nd, and they scored their runs off Latos, and he was intentionally passed his last time. Arizona run in the 3rd, so it's 2-1 San Francisco up north, bottom of the 3rd. Colorado pounding the Dodgers 8-0 in the 6th. Back to the mound. Gregerson with the easy out. 2 gone here in the top of the 7th for the Nationals. Alberto Gonzalez will be the pinch hitter for J.D. Martin. There are his numbers. As a pinch hitter, he's 3 for 13, knocked in a run. A marked difference between these two teams when it comes to the pinch hitting numbers. Washington very productive. Padres have struggled to get hits and RBIs. This one pounded foul. Nationals are 18 for 71. That figures out at 254 with a home run and 16 runs batted in. The pinch hitters for the Padres have 3 runs batted in, and they're hitting 147. And Jim Riggleman getting some good bats off the bench. To first, and an easy chance for Gonzalez. A 1-2-3 inning. Luke Gregerson continues to work outstanding pitching out of the bullpen. So take me out to the ball game, 7th inning stretch, and you can stretch your dollar at your San Diego Hyundai dealers. Get more MPG, more value, and double the warranty. Online at SanDiegoHyundaiDealers.com. Well, there you go. There's a young Padre cheerleader. Dad's already learned that brush cut will save him some hair follicles. Don't let it grow too long. You got that cowboy on top of you. Miguel Batista, the 39-year-old veteran, comes in to work the 7th inning for Washington. Batista making his 18th appearance. There are his numbers. 0-2 and a fairly high ERA. That was the problem with the Washington Nationals the last couple of years. The bullpen was on fire, or not on fire, allowing fires, as they just couldn't extinguish the opposing attack. Jerry Hairston on his birthday, a couple of fly ball outs. Padres in this homestand, this being the 5th game, just 2 home runs until today, both by Hairston. Hundley with a 3-run bomb today. He's been around a while. Batista, what's his pitch?
Sinker slider, same, your basic repertoire. Sinker slider. He'll throw a changeup off of that. He'll cut the fastball a little bit, but not going to overpower you.
Went around 2-2. He has given up 5 home runs in 29 innings.
And it's funny, I said not overpowering, but you know, back in our day, if you could throw 93, that was overpowering. Now I don't think it is.
93, you were the horse, huh? Out of play. (4-2) Padres, if you're just joining us, got 3 in the first. An error with 2 outs. Gonzalez ball. Kennedy booted it. Headley singled, and Nick Hundley followed with a home run into the left field bleachers. His 3rd of the season. 3-0 San Diego. Swing and a miss. Hairston goes down. Top of the 2nd, Washington answered with a single by Dunn, a walk to Willingham, RBI single Kennedy, and the 2nd run came home on catcher Will Nieva's ground ball out. So it was 3-2. And then in the fourth, Hundley led off with a triple off the wall in deep left center and came in on Denorfia's ground out. So that's the scoring, 4-2. Both teams with just 4 hits. Denorfia line to right. And his ground ball to third, Weekly, was just right to get Hundley in from third with 1 out for the 4th Padre run in the 4th. So 3 RBIs in the series for Chris Denorfia. Little low. Batista wanted that.
There's a little slider. He's pretty much come out of the bullpen throwing fastballs. That's the first breaking ball he's thrown. Another.
Fooled Denorfia with a breaking ball. Lights not taking their full effect as yet. Still a lot of sunshine. Lays off the slider.
Padres would still, on the pitching side, are going to have to go through the middle of the Nationals lineup one more time.
In fact, the top of the 8th inning, it'll be the leadoff man, Morgan, Guzman, then Zimmerman. Anybody gets on, cleanup man done. So the big bats will have another chance for Washington. See whether or not Mike Adams will be hailed from the bullpen to pitch the 8th. That's his usual frame. Just missed again. 94 on the fastball. So the 39-year-old right-hander Batista still with good stuff.
Oh, he really wanted that last pitch too.
Adams getting ready, and now obviously has loosened enough that he can watch. Full count.
The impressive really of Batista. Was once the starting pitcher, and now for the Nationals coming out of the bullpen, and still getting it up there pretty good. A little sink, a little cut.
Back with a 3-2. He goes around. So Batista strikes out Hairston and Denorfia. And Tony Gwynn with a triple and a fly out to left.
I think their strikeouts were fastballs running in on a right-hand hitter's hands. Had a lot of movement on it.
Oscar Salazar with a bat comes out in the on-deck circle. In case Gwynn gets on, the pitcher spot is next. Outfield playing Gwynn with more respect in this at bat after he was able to lace that triple into left center field. Right center field, rather.
He's had good at bats today. The triple to right center and he lined to left.
And works the count to 3-0.
To see him get on and possibly get himself in a scoring position to get some insurance here.
And he does work a 4-pitch walk, and with 8 steals this year, certainly will be a threat to go. The Padres just haven't had many opportunities to steal in this homestand. Well, here's one. As Oscar Salazar is introduced. As a pinch hitter, Salazar 3 for 18. No runs batted in. Gwynn saw in the pregame show with Bob Scanlon a nice little lesson on base stealing. There he is out with that lead with a left foot just slightly in front. Just a step and a dive away from first base. So he measures his mark. Says he likes to take 2 steps off the bag and then 3 slide. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3 slide. Pitch out.
Of course, you're Oscar Salazar. You can't. You're looking for a ball that you can drive. And yes, you would love to give Anthony a chance to get in the scoring position. And the fact that they pitched out the first pitch, now you're going to be willing, a little bit more willing to give up a pitch to give him a chance to get in the scoring position.
Swing and a miss.
Coming cold off that bench, you're looking for a ball that you can handle right away.
Salazar last night reached base 3 times, a couple of infield hits and safe on an error. 2 for 4. One and 2.
Batista, that fastball running in on right-hand hitters. Tough pitch.
Native of the Dominican Republic. So many outstanding players from that country. Giants now with a 3-1 lead over Arizona in the 4th, and it's 8-0 Colorado. Now the Dodgers just scored 1 in the 7th. 8-1 Colorado. Here 4-2. Last of the 7th inning. 2 outs and Gwynn with a walk. Salazar the pinch hitter. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And strike 3 on the foul tip as the veteran Batista comes in and strikes out the side. Gwynn walks in between. We go to the 8th. Diego, your energy savings expert. For locations, visit fandiego.com. For ceiling fans now, you go to Fan Diego. He's with me. He's got it. The fan's with me. Undoubtedly listening to 1090. Our pals over there on the radio side, Ted Leitner, Andy Mazer, and Jerry Coleman. With Colonel back in duty, bouncing around the press box today. Mike Adams comes in for the 8th inning. Top of the order, Niger Morgan, Christian Guzman, and Ryan Zimmerman. Another typically fine job by Luke Gregerson. An inning, faced only 3 men. Struck out 1. Adams trying to get 3 outs in the 8th and leave it to Heath Bell in the 9th. Morgan 0 for 3. And, boy, that's an acrobatic escape from that one. He squares again.
See, Morgan likes to square early, and he wants to go to third base with it, but the ball's inside. He's got to do some fancy footwork to get out of the way of that.
Popped to second, grounded to second, line to left. We told you last night a very interesting background. Left home at the age of 16 to play junior hockey in Canada, Regina, then went to Walla Walla Junior College. Baseball became his game. That almost hit him in fair territory, pretty close.
That one he tried to take with him to first base. See him show it early, and he's going to drag this ball down the first base line. Oh, out of the box. You're supposed to stay in the box when you do that.
You have 1 foot down in fair territory, and the ball hits you, you're out. Swing and a miss. He is out. Adams with a strikeout. Brings up Christian Guzman. He has struck out twice and singled, the National League leading batter. Getting his average back to where it started today, 325. Last year, Guzman hit for the cycle against the Dodgers. He takes a bender for a strike.
How about the variety from this Padre bullpen? Gregerson coming in, throwing strikes. Adams comes in, throwing strikes.
And another strike. Got an unusual pitching motion, Adams, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Almost looks at the release point that that ball was going to be way inside. Guides it over the inside corner.
He works from the first base side of the rubber, too. So as a left-hand hitter, he's standing basically on the inside corner. So you're conscious of that inside ball.
Just clips that one foul, 0-2. Eckstein planting his feet out on the outfield grass deep at second base. Gonzalez with 2 strikes on the hitter, well back at first. There's his contact point just off the first base corner of the rubber. Well, a perfect game pitched by Roy Halladay of the Phils against the Marlins, a 1-0 win. Struck out 11. That's the 20th perfect game in baseball history. Earlier today. Line to Headley. Well struck by Guzman. Headley in the right spot for the second out. And here's the information on Halladay. You'll probably see him on the next road trip, going to Philadelphia for 4 and the Mets for 3. 20 in history. And the second by a Phil, Jim Bunning, later to become a congressman from Kentucky. Pitched one in 1964 after being traded to Phils from Detroit.
Well, you knew sooner or later he was going to throw a no-hitter. Just Halladay's stuff is so good, and he's so precise with his stuff. Fastball, curveball, changeup, good slider. You figure sooner or later he was gonna.
1 strike to Zimmerman.
going to say that's the second perfect game this year.
Yeah.
Braden with the A's, and now Holiday.
Latos was one pitch away. That ball back through the box that caromed off his body over to third. Headley almost made the play at first. That was the only base runner up in San Francisco. So maybe it's just the sign of the times. Indicative of a leading hitter in the league is 325.
I'm just going to say, yeah.
Broken bat, fly ball, shallow out in right center. That's going to be tough, and a little fall for a hit. There's another one of those shattered bat singles that we've seen all season long. So Zimmerman keeps the inning alive and brings the tying run to the plate.
Oh, Adams makes a good pitch, breaks a bat, and still finds green grass in the outfield. You see right off the end of his bat. In between X9 and Gwynn, and tying run comes to the plate.
Adam Dunn, a dangerous home run bat, 10 homers this year. Man on Duck has 10 as well. He is single to right, grounded out to Gonzalez, and struck out. Ball one. Two and 0. As they say, Adam Dunn is so strong he can hit one out of every park, including Yosemite. He's hit the longest ball ever in Cincinnati. Ooh, took a good pitch there, right down the middle, 93.
Him and Willingham both can hit the ball out to any part of the ballpark.
Wary eye of manager Black. That ball looped down the left field line, but slicing foul into the first couple of rows of the little piece of pie of grandstand down by the foul line. So 2 balls and 2 strikes as Hundley goes out to talk with Mike Adams.
I don't think Hundley liked the location of that last fastball. Gonna go out, have a conversation with Mike Adams.
Scoreboard urging the fans to make some noise. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, a man on. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And Adams strikes out 2 in the 8th inning. The Nationals leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Padres still in front, 4-2. Sequan Casino postgame show immediately following the game here on Channel 4 San Diego. Sequan Casino, San Diego's daycation getaway. The attendance announced 25,956 on a perfect baseball night here in downtown San Diego. We hope to see out here tomorrow. 1:05 start. John Garland and Livan Hernandez. Quite a pitcher's duel that should be. Will Venable up there with 2 strikes on him and trying to avoid the. Well, there must be a nickname for
silver sombrero.
Silver. It's 5 is the golden sombrero.
I guess it's platinum, man.
He is 1 strike away from striking out 4 times in 4 at bats.
Everything they're keeping the ball away. Batista just running that fastball on the outside part of the plate.
He doesn't go to left field very often, does he?
He's going to have to, because that's where they're going to keep throwing it. You keep trying to pull that ball, and they're just not going to come in on you. And if they do come in, it's usually not going to be for a strike.
Pulled to first. Dunn backs up and then flips to the pitcher in time for the out. 3-1 on the putout of Venable. And Eckstein comes up. He's 0 for 3 today. Fly to left. Good play made by the shortstop Guzman in the hole to throw him out. And a line drive to right center. A dying liner that Morgan made a nice running catch right off the grass top. Padres have not had a hit since the leadoff triple by Hundley back in the 4th inning. Their only base runner since is the 2-out walk to Gwynn in the last inning. Hundley's been the man. Home run, 3-run home run, and a triple, and scored.
This game could be a 2-1 deficit if it wasn't for the error by Kennedy. That opened the door in the first. Padres got the 3-run homer tonight.
3-0. Eckstein trying to get on there for Adrian Gonzalez. Miguel Batista working into his 2nd inning. Struck out the side in the 7th. Did walk Gwynn. Taking all away. Pops it up. Second baseman Kennedy gives ground to Bernardino. And Bernardino makes the play. 2 away in the 8th. Looking ahead to the top of the 9th. For the Washington Nationals, they'll have Willingham, the man who hit a 3-run homer last night, to lead it off. Then Adam Kennedy and Roger Bernardino. And Heath Bell, as per usual, trying to complete the triumvirate of Gregerson in the 7th, Adams in the 8th, and Bell closing up the shop in the 9th. Hasn't been easy for him of late. Gonzalez hits that ball deep to left field. Back goes Willingham to the wall and makes the catch. Oh, another well hit ball by Gonzalez. Just not enough oomph. 1-2-3. Go the Padres in the 8th. After 8. 4-2. San Diego. day this Saturday. A reminder, voting still open. 2010 All-Star Game in Anaheim. You can send your favorite Padres, favorite players to this year's All-Star Game. Cast your ballot. Visit Padres.com. Ballot for the 2010 All-Stars. Vote early and vote often. Vote at Padres.com. Adrian Gonzalez not in the top 5 first baseman. Certainly a candidate. David Eckstein, you saw a fan voting for the second baseman earlier today. Heath Bell, this is his 22nd game. He's 1-2 and saved 13. Failed to make the save the other night, the game that went 13 against St. Louis, but won eventually by the Padres. And he sends in a breaking ball that fooled Willingham. He was pulling away from the plate. So Mike Adams goes an inning, allowed 1 hit and struck out 2. Did his job in the 8th. Now Bell to close the deal. Breaking ball, 1-1.
It's going exactly the way the Padres want it to go. They got a lead. Latos gives them 6. Gregerson, Adams, and now Bell. And they're pitching to Willingham here with the bases empty.
Two and one.
You can just see Willingham made himself into a pretty good hitter. He was fooled on that first breaking ball, hadn't flinched at the next 2.
High pop fly, shallow in center, and now it's carrying pretty well to Gwynn. Looks like that's where his power is, right to left center. 1 out. Adam Kennedy, RBI single in 3 at bats. He is struck out and fly to center. Sent Gwynn to the warning path to capture his fly in the 6th inning. .94 on the gun. Oh, the dreaded wave has begun. Two and 0. The guy at the plate can't tie or beat you. Want to make him hit. There's a strike. 2 and 1.
I hear what you're saying, Dick. Kennedy's got a little bit of pop, but most of it's going to be something inside. Bell's trying to work him away.
3 and 1. Well, at least the San Diego fans are conducting the wave at the right time when the opposition is at bat.
I haven't seen a wave in a long time.
That's a good thing. 3 and 2 the count.
The Padres haven't had a hit since the 4th inning. And looking like they just want to stay busy here as they come down and trying to get these final 2 outs.
3-2 pitch. Pulled to the right side. A good pitch made. And next time to Gonzalez, 2 away. Down to their final out, and Roger Bernardina comes up. Padres trying to hang tenaciously to first place. It would be something to see June 1 roll up a couple of days from now, and San Diego in first place end of April, first place end of May. That would and has raised eyebrows around the baseball country. First pitch misses, ball 1. Dodgers are still at bat. They've scored 3 times in the top of the 7th inning at Colorado. It's 8-3 there. John Garland, tomorrow's starter, watches strike call. Swing and a miss. Change up. Down to their final strike. Fans on their feet here at Petco. Watch out. Ooh, that ball hits the screen, thank goodness. That was aimed for the lower deck off to the left. I hope fans are watching. Keep your eye on the ball.
As Bill received the new baseball, he was letting Nick Hundley know, hey, that's my fault. I got that too far up.
1-2. Bell in the dirt. Bell trying to ring up his 14th save of the season. No one on. 4-2. Ninth inning. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Roger Bernardina. Off speed is out of the strike zone. Three and 2. That's out of play. On deck is the catcher, Will Nieves. Nationals trying to get a man on and bring that tying run to the plate. And the chant, "Let's go Padres," continues here in the top of the 9th inning at Petco. And another foul. Bernardina not being very cooperative.
Sure isn't. He's battling.
That's what happened the other night. Remember that Bell got down the 1-0 lead. The final strike, base hit, got the next hitter up, final strike, base hit that tied up the game. This is the 9th pitch of this confrontation.
Well, isn't backing off, and Bernardina's not backing off. He's Bill. Finally said, forget it. I'm going to challenge him with my fastball. Bernardina fouled it straight back.
They'll try it again. The 10th pitch of this at bat. 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The Padres win at 4-2. Latos with 6. Gregerson, Adams, and Bell. The Gap brothers finish the deal. And San Diego assures itself of sole possession of first place in the National League West. Heath Bell with a final pitch, a strikeout.